Mark, thank you.
Thanks, Megan.
My next guest says he's irate at what is happening and has been in touch with contacts all across Europe tonight, which are plentiful in his case. He's now warning that he's hearing about another possible target. Lieutenant General Michael Flynn is the former director of the Defense Intelligence Agency and my guest now. General, it makes many people feel hopeless. It makes you feel angry. Your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, this is unbelievable, and I've been able to catch up your 3 or 4 of your last guests. I mean, this is unbelievable. So first of all, I mean, what we have seen on the clips of this vehicle, this is about a 2.5-ton vehicle, so it's about 5,000 pounds. And what these guys did, what I was told by a friend that was there, was that they basically drove very slowly up to the crowd, and I think you've shown it, and then the guy gunned it. And he basically swerved to hit as many people as possible and just literally run them down like they were, chattel. I mean, this is unbelievable. So that's the tactic that they use. And you've had enough people on tonight that have said, they've written about using this tactic. We've actually seen this tactic by Hamas, which was talked about by the gentleman from London. Hamas uses cars, and they've done this in Israel to run Israelis over. So this is a tactic that we know of.
But we've never seen this sort of mass terror attack with this kind of truck. I mean, I've never seen 77 dead because of a truck. You tell me.
Right. I mean, all this is just a larger scale version of this tactic that we have seen used. So they've used this tactic before against, and we know this in the Middle East against Israelis. The thing that I'm concerned about, there is a warning that is coming across social media for Germany. And I've gotten little bits and pieces about the potential for Berlin. So I don't know what activities are going on there, but I'm putting that out. I've already contacted my friends over there to let them know, because I have social media capabilities that we look at. And so anyway, the thing that we have and let me just take a step back, because I am really irritated about this. President Obama came out with his statement. Okay, I got it, and that's wonderful. I'm done trying to convince him to really recognize what it is that we are facing, and we should not fear what it is that we are facing. We should stand up to this. What I want, Megan, after something that I saw tonight, I want the president of Egypt, I want the king of Saudi Arabia, I want the imam, or I want Khomeini in Iran to stand up and be counted, and I want them to be counted tonight, and to talk about this radical form of this ideology in their bloodstream, in their DNA, and declare this thing that it cannot exist on this planet as it exists and as we've just witnessed again. This is not about just instilling fear. Okay, we have captured their campaign plans over the last decade. I know we've captured it twice, and it is essentially the same thing. So when we're going to hear about how well we're doing in Iraq and Syria, that we're pushing them back, we've fought them out of Fallujah, actually, that's not what I see, and that's not what I hear. There is so much chatter right tonight by the what I would kind of describe as the jihadi soldiers, the jihadi army on the Twitter and Telegram social media. There's no chatter by leaders, but we don't know exactly who these guys are. But I know that there's a lot of chatter by their soldiers praising what just happened. So I want these leaders in this world. Okay, I want these leaders in this world, in this Muslim world that have this radical Islamic ideology festering, metastasizing, to stand up tonight and be counted and say something to condemn this attack that we have just seen. We are going to see more of these. These guys are executing a campaign plan. Thiessen, who you just had on recently, he read it out of their magazine. I think that's the 18th edition of this Dabiq magazine. There is another thing for your listeners, Megan, called Al-Amaq. Al-Amaq is like their version of headline news. It's like their Fox News headline. I mean, these guys are so sophisticated. They're so savvy, and we are foolish. What we have not done. And I'll stop here and get off my soapbox in a second. But what we have not done is we have not, from an international standpoint, we have not established an international set of strategic objectives to go after this this very vicious, barbaric enemy. They have declared war on us. This is a world war. This is a world war. It's not like it was in the history books of World War II. It may not feel like that, like tanks on the desert and and planes and ships at sea. But this is a world war. They've declared war on us. We must internationally, and we must create I believe, a new 21st century alliance. But we have got to take the Arab Muslim world to task, the leaders in this world. That's who I want to see get up on the net tonight, get up on their soapbox, like I'm on my soapbox right now, and condemn this madness. I mean, it's happening, and it's crazy, and we cannot continue to have this. The ideology inside of this Islamic world it just cannot exist like this. And frankly, I'm sick of having just the Europeans and frankly our own leaders condemn it, even though our own president, I mean, like I said, I'm done trying to convince our president to actually define this enemy. We know what it is. It's radical Islamic terrorism. They are vicious. They're barbaric. They are on the march. If you, and I'm sorry, I'm on a roll here because I'm so just pissed.
You're one of the few people in the
Irish
country who knows of what he speaks, so we're listening.
Yeah, well, so what do we do? I mean, what do we do? And I hear, so this, I've thought a lot about this, and I'm very passionate about this, and I'm irritated about it because what we have just seen, and it's just unbelievable, untold amount of tragedy that is going on tonight. I mean, we still, and I keep harping back to what has happened in our country, in Orlando and San Bernardino. I mean, people forget about 9/11. We in this country, we can't think past Saturday night. We have got to start thinking much more strategically in this country. And we are, I'm serious about this.
I'm going to have to cut you off soon because our break's coming in 30 seconds.
I'm sorry.
No, you take the last word. Keep going, sir.
Well, here's what I would say. There are solutions to this. There is no enemy that is defeatable, and we should not fear this enemy. We should beat them, and I'm telling you, we can beat them. We have proven it many, many times. But when you have victory on the battlefield, you must sustain that victory, and we did not.
No enemy that is undefeatable. General Flynn, thank you so much. Thank you. Congressman Pete King will be here next. Don't go away.